Hi everyone, welcome to Tonic Live with me, Owain.
And me, Alison.
What is Tonic Live? If you haven't joined us before, Tonic Live is live tutorials with Alison, and I go through your questions and suggestions in the comments section. How to join in? If it's your first live stream, you haven't seen a live stream before, you can write in the comments and we can see them live and answer them or read them out. And we're on YouTube as well, so if you're struggling to watch live on here, whatever your internet isn't working so well on Facebook, or you're struggling to see that, you can go over on YouTube and you can watch. And I think some of you with smart TVs, things like that, you can watch it on the big TV then.
That's the scary one.
The scary TV, you can watch that on then. Always a competition every week as well. And what that is if you comment, whether it be saying hi, where you're from, what the weather's like where you are, just anything you'd like to see in future weeks, any comment, we draw it in put it in a hat, and we draw it out then, and you get a chance to win some of the things that we've used on the show. I'll be announcing last week's winner, which was on there, which got the chance of the original Simply screens. I'll be announcing that at the end of the show, so I'll make sure everyone knows what that is. And today's show, what have we got? We've got Harvey's Ledge, which I know a few people asked in the comments a little while back, on the Tonic chat page. The Tonic chat page, that's a page which revolves around these live streams, where you can request to join. If you put in the search bar top of the page, Tonic Live Chat, you'll find the group. Put any suggestions what you'd like to see in future shows, and you can upload your cards there, and we often show them on Friday then on another show. But people asked about Harvey's Ledge, and Alison's going to make a card with Harvey's Ledge.
There we are.
All right.
So this is what we got. It's a little 6x6 card. So, I mean, you can make them bigger, but I just thought I'll do a little one to show you.
I'll show.
And it's got a little bit of a bow front on it.
So I'll show. Sean's behind the camera. Dan's away on holiday this week, so Sean's doing the camera work. So there you go. Just to smooth this down. I know it's not Dan, and I know you guys are all thinking, we want Dan back, but give him a chance, everyone. He's new, but you can see, you can't really see the. Can you see the colour of the arm? Tilting
there we are.
Completely the wrong way.
You can see it there.
There you go. With this white studio, with these colours, sometimes don't show it as well. But
I didn't think when I was making
nice shades on that.
Be bright enough. Okay, I'll give you all the measurements of the card I've got first, and then I know where I'm going. So we've got a 6x6 scallop card blank. I've got a piece of black card. Now this is 5.5 inches by 5 3/4 inches. I've got a piece of pale grey card. This is 7 inches by 5.5 inches. And I've scored 1/2 inch in from each side. And put a bit of tape on that.
Just to say, when you say a card blank, what is a card blank?
A card blank is just a piece of card that's folded in half. That is going to be the base of my card.
Okay, it could be any size card blank.
It could be any size. You could have cut your own. You could have used our harp and bow scale dies. It could be anything. It could be just a plain edge. This just happened to be one I've got in the office.
Okay.
All right. I've also got another little bit of patterned card. It's not really showing on the screen.
Yeah, I'll show you on the near side.
That's the little bit that's going to look like a bit of wallpaper through the window.
It's like a yellowy again.
It's a pale lemon with little pink flowers. Yeah. So anything that's a little bit subtle. Then you're going to need another bit of black and white card. And you're going to need a tiny bit of green and a little bit of white to cut the heart. So I'll tell you what I've cut now.
Just before you continue, we put the dice which we're using today. So Harvey's Ledge, which was one of our Pet Rococos or the Pets range, which is fairly recently, and the Summer Special die set. Both are available throughout the trade. We've put the codes that they're in the description of this video. So if you do want to make along, because we'd love to see you try and make the card or we'll let you see on the Tonic Craft chat page.
Send them in on Friday.
If you do want to make along, this is all uploaded later on as well. So if you have just joined in, you missed the measurements at the start, then don't worry, it's all uploaded later on. So just sit back and enjoy it, and you can watch it later on then.
Okie doke. Okay, so this is the die set as it comes to you. I have got 2 dies missing. So there's your die set. So you've got an outer edge die, which is going to cut, that shape. So you've got an inner edge that if you cut the outer shape and then put this one in, you get that effect. So it just adds in the little detail around the edge. So that's as far as I've got so far. So I've got 2 outer edges in white, and then one has got the pattern cut into it as well, and we've got a plain one in black. So what I'm going to do now, I'm going to stick the white one with the outer edge cut into it on top of the black one. And as usual, the usual glue, the funky glue.
Oh, I missed your traditional removal of the glasses. You didn't.
I done it quick today.
People enjoy that. That's part of their. They know when the tutorial begins because of the removal of the glasses.
And I did tell someone I'd give him a little wave today.
Go on.
And that's Vicky. Hiya, Vicky.
Hi, Vicky.
She said she'd be waving to me, so I said I'll wave back.
That's it. Hopefully, if you all want to wave at home, everyone let's all have a moment.
Vicky's one of the girls that makes cards for the shows. But we also have Claire, we have Karen, we have Edna, we have Mandy, we have Dawny. I'm hoping I haven't missed anyone.
Like I say, we've got. If you've ever seen
Sean
as well, yeah.
Oh my God, I'm sacked.
Sits opposite it every day, and has forgotten it. But there's so because you may see something to see on the Facebook page. We have a blog or blog post. These are a lot of the cards that you use for the shows. These the ladies make, and we upload them on. Some of the best when they upload it on their blogs, we upload it on ours. Then I'll just go through some highs while Alison's gluing that down.
Okay, so just pop the white on top of the black.
There we go. Justine says, good crafternoon. That should be what?
Justine
always come up with good context. Justine, right? And I've got Gillian Colson says, good afternoon to everyone. Looking forward to seeing what you have in store for us today. Yeah, so that's Harvey's Legend. Take that card. Kath Pearson says, hi. Mary Wicker says, hi, folks. Looking forward to another great show. Justine Pearman says, yay, beard free. Thank you. People are noticing.
They noticing.
Amanda didn't notice first, but when I woke up this morning, I shaved it off, just sort of went back to bed before I woke up and didn't say anything for a while. And then it's just like, oh, you do look smart. Like, it takes people a little while for it to, and I'm glad there's no sort of uproar or rioting, because of it. It was a decision that needs to be made, I think. I think it was.
It's too warm. It's warm here today for once. It's not raining in Wales.
Yeah, it's too warm for that beard as well. I've got Mary Wicker says you look more handsome now, Owain. I'm sure you plenty more comments like that. You don't have to comment on my handsomeness. You can, general comments are also you're entered into the competition, whatever. There's no more chance of winning if you say I look handsome.
What are you like?
And we got Justine says hello, Sean. Karen Oldham says hello, everyone. Looking forward to today's demos. And we go. Oh, plenty more comments. I'll go through them and let Alison carry on a little bit.
Okie dokie. So what I've done now, I've taken the square frame that is the inner bit now to cut out the inside of the window. Okay, so I'm just gonna. I'm using the tangerine as we always use here, and I know it would cut through the 2 layers of card.
If any of you haven't seen the Tonic Tangerine before, came out. So we first had them in this time last year. We had our first machine made. It's a manual machine. It's back in mid-August, coming in like soon, isn't it, Sean? So very soon. So a lot of you, I know you are waiting for that to come back in. As soon as we know when they're in and where they're going to be available, we'll put it on the Facebook page, so you guys will know first and where to get it. Usually retails around £166.
Okay, so there's our frame cut. So that's our outer window frame, and that's the bit that I'm going to stick to the outside of the card.
Yeah. Should we just do a close-up?
There we are.
On these? There we go.
Right.
There we go. Looks like you can make a bit of a fireplace out of that.
You could do.
I
actually think Karen made
she's
a
already
fireplace.
done it.
She's done it.
Whatever.
She did it with. I got to think what she did it with now. She did she did something out of the pets. I'm sure Karen were messaging. She did it out of the pets' dyes, and she used something to make us little stockings to hang on it.
Well, a dog in front of the fireplace.
You could put your little dog. We do have a little dog.
Yeah, we've got a little dog coming up.
There's another dye that matches this set, and that is Toby's Sill, and that's got little cats in it as well. Okay, so now I'm going to take the other white one, and I'm going to show you an easier way how to position the inner panels to your window. So I'm just placing the die that I've just cut. Hang on, this one I need now. So make sure they are lined up. Place the die back inside. And then you need a pencil. I was trying to think yesterday, what is the easiest way for me to show you how to do this? So this is what I came up with. So if you draw a pencil line inside the die, and I've just realised I've not brought a rubber with me.
That's the pressure of getting it right first time.
It is. Oh, there's a rubber on. Ah.
There we go. On this show, we usually always get it right first time, though. Anyway, so it's not.
No, we don't.
It's never been an issue, really.
Anyone that watches last week's, no, we don't. Okay. So what I'm going to do with this, we've got two little buntings at the top, and we've got Harvey at the bottom, and we've got a blank one. So if you're looking at your set and you're thinking, well, there isn't a blank one on there, it's actually the one with the vase, because the vase will be completely cut out. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pop the vase right up against my pencil line. And I'm also going to put the other one right opposite. And I'm going to make sure that they are really glued, really stuck down.
So you're going to be putting through two dies now?
I will put through two dies. They're not touching, and they are very well cut out, very well stuck down.
Is that what you need to make sure? If you ever do put through two dies,
make sure they are well stuck down, because you don't want them moving. Because if you cross your dies, you do take the risk of ruining them.
Sandra says great overhead shot, Sean. So I don't know, maybe people are warming to, there's a different style to Sean's work. I don't know, maybe that's what you're enjoying rather than, I think Dan has actually joined in to watch live, so maybe he wants to check a bit of competition, just see how it's going. Kathleen says, hi everyone, enjoying your demos as usual, love from Bridgend. Yeah, we're in Bridgend, guys. All of you new haven't watched before, in between Cardiff and Swansea, in a pile area is where we are. Love to hear where you guys are from as well, as you always tell us.
So there's our bunting at the top, and there's our empty opening at the bottom, and you can see the border is even all around, and you'll get that cross panel in the middle then all even. If you try and do it by eye, you don't always get them even, and the cross panel gets a little bit wonky.
I'll show it in the, just show it. So there's the, you see the pencil lines, you see where it was cut out. There we go.
So I'm just going to pop this out. No, I don't need that one, I need Harvey.
Donna Joy says, hi everyone from Cambridgeshire, feeling cooler now, Owain minus the face fuzz. It is fresh. It is fresh. It's like sort of weird when it's like having a really short haircut or something, you feel a little bit different. Yeah, it's refreshing.
Look younger.
I do look younger. I think if people saw the first video, they think, oh, that must have been a decade ago we started those videos. But it was only, about 15 weeks ago? I've aged over the course of the vids.
Okay.
I've got, just say, Justine and Kathleen both waving. Sandra,
I'm waving.
There's a wave emoji, or emoticon.
Waving.
So feel free to put that in, guys. You're still entering the competition. Emoticons as well. They count. They're counted towards.
Oh yeah, we like them. Okay. So this time now we've got Harvey sitting at the bottom, and I've put the bunting in again. But you could have 4 empty holes, so you would put the vase in 4 times then.
Could you put like a picture behind the...
You could put a picture.
Like if you've been somewhere.
When you've got Christmas trees and Christmas cards, and you've got a nice image on your Christmas card, then you could put that in the background.
So you could put something... Yeah, that's cool.
Because as well as looking in, you could be looking out from this window as well.
Oh, okay.
So I could be inside looking out.
I actually thought that was... I was looking out there. No, sorry.
You're looking in.
Yeah. Okay, that's the wallpaper of the house.
That's the wallpaper.
mind blown there.
There we are.
No, I'd say yeah. You could have because if you were looking out, so the dogs were looking out, you could have it's a nice Christmas scene or something.
You could.
Yeah, pretty cool.
If you've got the gingerbread house, then you could put some little trees here. You could put some gingerbread people. Your gingerbread family could be inside.
Oh, definitely.
Okay. So there's the 4.
Yeah, there we go. I'll show
all
it.
cut out.
All cut. There you go, guys.
All right. So what I've done as well, I've cut little Harvey here in black. And I'm going to put the die back on. I've already cut him to save a little bit of time because I know it does get a bit boring watching cutting all the time. I've got a white gel pen and I'm just colouring his ears.
Oh, I actually thought you'd paper piece that for a sec.
No, there's nothing to paper piece on that one. So I've just used a little white pen.
There we go. I'll just show you a bit closer so you can see that's the effect that Alison's going to create now with the with the gel pen.
And there's his little ears.
There we go.
Coloured in. So what I'm going to do is take my scissors and rather than cut a straight line across the bottom, I'm just going to curve it a little bit so he looks like he's sitting on the windowsill. And in case you're wondering who Harvey is, it is my dog.
It's a bit of a tonic insider there. That's
I know.
Not every one of our dies is named after.
No, I've only got one dog, so there won't be another one.
Yeah, my dog's name, someone special essentials die.
Okay, we got one last bit of cutting to do now, and that. Let's move all these out of the way. Take all these bits.
There we go. Do you want me to?
Yeah. I just want to use the one in the square, and I haven't done it up to now because I want to position it. So there's my window, roughly in the centre. I've got an even line on the bottom. I did have before I knocked it. And I'm just going to pop the square inside because this window frame then will fit around it. So then...
I know you've done that, you've sort of done it by eye, but if you don't feel as confident...
You can measure it.
You can measure it,
You can measure it.
I've heard people say that, they eyeball it, or when people say that, they do it by...
You can get your ruler out. I mean, where did I put it? There we are.
There we go.
You could measure. I've got a line in the centre of the ruler there. So if I put the ruler right on the edge, and I could make sure, looking
You're
at
pretty
that.
much bang on anyway. You've given
I'm not that
not far away, yeah.
I'm probably about half a mil out. So I think I'll allow
Craft
myself
is intuition, that is.
It is. Ali's intuition.
Special skin, Ali's intuition. I'll say do some highs. Got Sandra says hello from sunny Strood, Kent. I've got Lindsay says hello from lovely warm Leeds. It's hot here in Aberdeenshire. It seems to be hot everywhere today. I think it's quite a warm UK. Justine Prima says poor Dan. Dan will be back. Sean doesn't want to do this every week. He's on holiday. He's having a good time. Don't feel bad for him. He's enjoying himself. And Sean's cam work is great. Keep up the good work. God, I don't know if Dan's ever had this kind of reception.
Oh.
It's the less is more that Sean's going for.
I'm just going to rub the pencil line off. Just from around the edges. And then we can start assembling then. Oh, I tell you what I will do first. I'll colour the bunting. I just thought I'd put a little bit of colour on the bunting. Just to add.
Oh yeah, you've done it.
And I've got our Nouveau pens, and I've just got the lightest in the greens and the lightest in the pinks. So maybe I should have gone a little bit brighter.
Oh, so it goes well with the wallpaper you've got there. So
well, that's what I was thinking.
Whoever's home that is, it's very well coordinated.
It's not very
It's very well coordinated. I said I'll be off I'm going on holiday in about 2 weeks, so for all the applauded Sean's kit. I think Dan's going to step in for me, so Dan will be stepping.
Nice now to Dan.
He's got a beard as well, so I think he's more attached to it than I was. So don't the pressure on him to get rid of his beard. I think will be just leave his beard as is, the guys. And you've got. So you colouring. I'm
just colouring. I'm not doing anything special.
I didn't include the pens for the code for the pens in the description, but I will do later on. If you've got those Nouveau pens or so the gel pen, which is a general gel pen, wasn't it, from any sort of craft, any craft shop. Yeah. And a funky glue as well. There we go, guys. As well.
There we are. So, I mean, they're nothing special. They really aren't.
We can show it on the...
Don't look too closely. Because I literally have just coloured them.
There we go.
So the first bit I'm going to do now, I'm going to stick this, whoops, right behind the piece of grey. So the usual, a little bit of funky glue.
Here we go, I took it. There we go. Just feeling involved.
That's alright. You know how she
I've come on, since my first show, I was just passing stuff. But
you just used to poke the holes out.
Just
for
poke
me
the
then,
holes out,
didn't
yeah.
you?
But,
and tidy up.
you know, 15 shows.
When's Owen's first tutorial?
I did, well.
We've done a few little bits.
I've done little bits and pieces, but I think, I said eventually when we get...
So it's just a little bit of glue around the edge.
So when the tangerines are back in, and we got more spaces, you guys would have seen, if you've watched the older video, you haven't seen I think last week was the first week we were in the new studio. Yeah, we've got a bit more space now and a bit of a cleaner set, so you know, hopefully be able to do a bit more side-by-side sort of stuff and work with that. And you meet some more people of the team, you know, plenty of us down here, so I'm sure some of them would like to.
Well, I'm trying to convince Sean to come over and have a little look, so maybe Sean will pop in next.
Yeah, Sean, I think Emily might be coming down soon, maybe doing a bit of live as well, so you guys get to meet them and have a bit more of a relaxed chat with them and on Tonic Live then.
So, where's the little dog I've already cut? There he is. So I'm going to stick Harvey on now. Again, just a little bit of funky glue on the back of him. A little bit on his tail.
It was actually Crafty Daniel who said Sean's camera work is great, keep up the good work. So how modest.
Okay, so now we've got a few sticky pads somewhere to pop on the back here, just to give it a little bit of a raised frame.
So any craft shop, the sticky pads, if using them, but I think someone said earlier they like the 3D feel look of that. What type of card is...
That would be a bow front card.
Bow front, I haven't heard that one before.
That's a new one today, isn't it?
You should show that.
You know, we like to teach you different
I know,
ones.
yeah. Well, I do want to be able to name like most of them now. But bow front, I haven't heard that one. I like this one. 3D, that's really, nice.
I mean, it could be a shop front.
Yeah.
You know, if you've got...
a friend who's opened a shop.
It could be. You've got little mannequins that you can dress and put them inside the shop. That would be... I
think they're my favourite types of dies, the ones where it's allowed you guys to get creative with it. You know, and we've seen on, whether it be on Tonicaholics, we've seen on Tonic Live Chat recently with the gingerbread, we've seen some awesome gingerbread houses.
Oh, amazing.
Same as we saw with the Kensington, with the Chelsea, and, you know, with this die as well, you know.
Well, just talking about the Kensington and the Chelsea, we do run a challenge blog, which is called, I've got to think now, Win and Tonic Challenge.blogspot.co.uk. I think that's what it is.
If not, we'll double check and put it in the comments so you can find it.
And this month's challenge, so you've got until, I think it's the 14th of September to get your challenge in. It could either be something Christmas related, it could be a handbag. There's a couple of other choices on there, but they are the two that are jumping out at me at the moment. So just upload your card there and you get a chance to win a full set of our Christmas header dies this month.
Yeah, so if you're making a card and you're doing it for, for the Tonic, the Win and Tonic Challenge, you upload it to Tonic Live Chat as well, because on Friday's show, I'll set up an event for it later. We do Tea Time with Tonic if it's your first time watching, and what that is we go through all the cards that are on the Tonic Live Chat page, have a little bit of a chat with me and Al, and we do a little bit of a technique later on then. We just do something small where I can attempt to do. Okay,
so there's our window that's been 3D'd. So if you want to hold it on the
we'll show it close. There you go, Sean. Can you see that?
Look.
Almost. I'm trying to line up the camera so it looks as if we are peering through the window. It looks like we're giants, though. It's a bit scary. There we go. Yeah, so there you go. That's it.
Okay, so I've cut a little bit of pattern. I've got to think which way this goes now. I've left a little bit of a lip either side of this card, so you'll have a little bit of the black peeping through top and bottom. So make sure that's my right way. And then I can stick this bit of card on the front then. I stuck it up and down on the last one, very technical of me, portrait way. but you can see it at the top, and I wasn't very happy, so I'm going to try sticking it landscape this time.
Okay, I'll just do some highs here. I've got, is there any sneak previews of what Friday's show? I haven't got anything yet. I think the guys are working on all the pictures and the promotional stuff to go out very soon. Shouldn't be too long. And I can tell that. I know you guys, you always ask me for sneak peeks, and I try and say something which is not to give away, but people get annoyed if I tell people too much because it'll get out across the group. So, yeah, very soon, though, Justine, we'll let you know. And I know you asked as well about the guillotine and a close-up on the guillotine.
What did you want? I don't know what you wanted to know on the guillotine, Justine.
Yeah.
I did read your comment.
Just let us know, because Ali can we'll do a bit of, I think we've got some spare
I got some spare card. So send us a message.
And if we've got some time at the end, well, we'll have some time, so we'll sort that for you at the end. Tracy Bartram says, hi everyone. Sue here says, hello everyone, thank you, Owain, for the help with the dye. Imagine, yeah, if you don't know that, I look after the customer service in Tonic, so I've probably spoken to a lot of you over time anyway. Yeah, and Cameron says, oh yeah, the beard's gone. Yeah, she prompted it yesterday. She went on about it for about half an hour. So it's that kind of peer pressure. You know, it helps when you guys comment, but when it's in the room as well, it's like.
Okay, so I've left an even gap top and bottom, and I've just put a little bit of red line tape just to hold. This card is 1/2 inch bigger than the base card. So if you have a look there, that's the width that's bigger. And that's what gives the bow front. If you're doing a bigger card, then you could leave a little bit more to bow it a little bit further. So again, just bring the card up to your base and push.
You've used a sticky tape there. Can you do this with the
I wouldn't do it with the red line, with the wet glue, because I want it to stick instantly.
Oh, okay, yeah, because
I'd be holding it
otherwise you'd be holding it too long, yeah.
So there we are. There's our little bow on the sides. If you did this just with normal card cut into it, I've made this a little bit firmer because I've stuck a window behind it. So it's kind of a squarer bay window rather than a full bow. But if you didn't have the card stuck inside and the front, it would bow in an arc.
Yeah, yeah.
Alright. So we've got our card base, and now I'm back to the funky glue.
We've got Nikki says, loving this partnership, you work so well together, you're so relaxed and natural. Yep, thank you. Yeah, well, I said I'm in and out of the room asking crafty questions most of the day with you guys ask sometimes on the emails and things like that, which I get in customer service. Justin says, I need to avoid cutting myself as I'm on warfarin, so it could get messy if I get cut. All right, so
okay, I'll show you now. I'll get some card, Justine, and we'll show you.
And we'll show you. Sarah Murdoch says, hi everyone, got my new box die today. It's really nice to make. Can you tell us how to make it bigger sometime? I think you did that.
I did that. Was it last week or the week before on Tea Time with...
No, I think it was last week on the show 14. So go back.
Right.
If this is your first show, I'm not sure, I think I've seen your name before, but if it's your first show or you missed last week's show, go back and watch. It's in the video section. I think towards the end you make a sort of a taller box and extend the boxes. So have a little look on that one. If that's not what you're looking for though, just drop us an email and I'll find something for you.
So there's our card so far.
Oh, there we go.
Oh.
I'll send it to the
there
customer. There we go. Thank you, Sean.
So I've used our Essentials Someone Special die set. I absolutely love these die sets, especially for beginners, because there's such a lot in there that you can make use of. You've got a set of layering dies in hearts in this one. The inner die is a deboss die. It doesn't cut anything into your card, but it presses into your card. So if you can hold that to the camera. So
that's what a deboss is, that is it? So
that's a deboss. It presses. That's it. You got it there. That's it.
So so an emboss is a.
If I looked at that side would be emboss because it's pushed out of
raised,
the card.
Okay, emboss. Deboss is like depressed.
Deboss goes in.
Depressed. So
yeah.
Deboss. What's it called when, do you know when like we have the boxes and you've got like a fold which
a scoring line?
Yeah,
that's a score.
Oh, that's like a
yeah,
so
that's a deboss line.
That's a deboss as well. Okay,
yeah,
I thought I did.
Because it's going into the card. But we've also got some nice little corners. We've got a lovely little button on the top, and we've got a border. So I love these die sets. So I've used the inner two dies, and I've cut my white little circle. And in the middle it says Someone Special. I've used the first, I was going to say wiggly layer, but it's like a scalloped layer.
Yes.
To cut one in green. And the only reason I've picked these colours was because they tied in with the paper in the background. And to colour it, I've just used a little bit of our embellishment mousse. And this is our pink.
Yeah.
So I got a little bit on my finger there. And that's all I'm going to do is rub it over the top of the die cut. And when you've got debossing, it tends to make it pop. Because the deboss will stay whatever colour your cardstock is.
Looks good, yeah. We'll show this on the close-up.
And the top layer gets coloured.
Here we go.
There we are. Oh, it's alive.
There we go. I know it's a bit bright. You can see
you can
there.
just about see it there.
But it's a nice sort of pale pink over the top. It reminds me of a, what are they, like, not refresh, is Love Hearts, are they?
Love Hearts.
It's like Love Hearts,
yes,
the colour,
it
like that
does.
sort of chalky.
It does.
Nice. And yeah, that's the sort of thing a Love Heart would say. Something special.
It would say someone special. So a little bit of funky glue on the back. And, I mean, if you're wondering how long funky glue lasts, this is the one that I've used all the way through the demonstrations I've been making here.
That's the official. That's 15 shows, so that's enough. That's a lot of glue that we've used. So yeah, so if you so you run out of glue, whatever you're using at the moment, try the funky glue. I'm sure there's plenty of reviews out there for people who have enjoyed that. I've got, what have I got?
Have they dried out at all? Or
No, nothing at all. And I use them all the time. So I've got a couple of little pads there. I haven't put one on the outer side because I think it may lap over the outer edge of my card.
Justine says, does the mousse dry quickly, please?
That's dry.
It's dry.
As soon as you've put it on, Justine, is dry.
I think that was Jenny, that was it. Sorry, not Justine. And so Carolyn Oldham says, oh, I love that card and the die set. We'll have to buy this set now as my dog sits in the window looking for my sons coming back home. That's nice.
There we are. So there's the finished card.
That's great. So you got both this. You had the option of you doing it at the top.
Oh yeah, I did a different shape,
top
didn't
down. As usual, Alison's decided to go a different direction with the card halfway through.
I did
keeping
honestly
you guys
make
guessing.
that card.
Always on your toes. Keeping you guessing.
But I like to keep you thinking as well, see?
What have we got here? Jenny Hall says Love Hearts and yes, Love Hearts. So I think we're going to get some card and work with the Guillotine. This is 160E, the code on the Guillotine. If you're sure of a Guillotine, again, these always reviews well from what people out there. A lot of craft videos you probably see on YouTube. If you watch any other channels, things like that, you often see this is the Guillotine they got in the background. The Tim Holtz.
This doesn't leave my desk. I've got one of the large 12-inch guillotines and this one, and that is all I use. I don't use anything else. Okay, so along the top we've got centimetres and we've got inches marked. There's a cush grip handle, so it's very comfortable to cut with.
The square section, that's inches.
The squares are inches, yes.
Yeah, so the actual grid is inches. The ruler, that's inches and centimetres. I know that because Rich told me earlier today, the engineer.
There we are. But I also like this. When you're cutting a square piece of card, I use the lines on here. When I'm doing my matting and layering, I use the lines on here. So this is something I use every single day and I wouldn't be without it.
What is matting and layering?
Matting and layering is when you've got different layers on a card. I'm having a look now. What have we got here? This one shows really good matting and layering.
Simon's just joined us and talked over the live stream.
Hello.
Go on, Sean, if you either show it.
Can we show it
over
there?
Close. Here we go.
That would be matting and layering. So if you look at where the flowers are, you've cut a green layer at the background and then a white layer and stamped on it. That is matting and layering.
Okay, so putting a smaller layer in front of a...
Yeah. So I would have cut the back layer probably 1/2 centimetre or 1/4 inch bigger than the inner one. So why don't we show you? I've got a bit of cream here so I can show you what I'm thinking. Okay, so Justine, if I can just show you this. say we're going to have a 5-inch square. There's a finger guard here that my fingers stay on all the time. So your fingers are not going to go anywhere near the blade, Justine. And just press down. And it's easy to cut. So again, I'm going up to the 5-inch. I can hold it up to you. We're right up to the 5-inch and it's straight on the line.
Jenny Hall asked what size is from piece. It's 8.5 inches, the guillotine, 8.5-inch guillotine.
It goes up, it's 6 inches across
Yeah.
and 8.5 down. So it's ideal for your smaller cards, which is why your smaller layers.
Yeah.
Which is why I use it every day. Sometimes when you buy cardstock, it's not a true A4. So you may, when you line it up on your lines here, you can see that it's not straight. That the top is meeting the line, but the bottom's not.
Why would that be?
It's just where they've cut it
the
in
card.
the paper
Okay,
mill.
okay.
It's not straight to start with. But what you can do then, what I would do is cut it a little bit bigger than you want. So I want this to be 4 3/4 inches.
Yeah.
But I've gone a little bit more. So there's my first cut. And I know that line is square with that line there.
Yeah.
So I would turn my card over. Because I know this side is square. And then just trim off the excess. So now I know those 3 sides are square. So the next one when I cut it, a 4 3/4, is definitely going to be square.
Yeah. Oh, good.
And there then is my
Your
mat and
your
layer.
Which one's the mat and which one's the layer?
The mat is on the bottom.
Mat is the bottom.
Mat
That's
is
the
the
layer.
bottom.
There
I
you go.
would say.
I'm asking the questions that you
So
guys
there
don't
we
want to know. Don't want to know what the answers
And we
to.
could go down again and we could keep going and put as many on as we want.
Yeah. Well, so this was like you said, this was mat and layered on the edge. Is that on there? Does it have to be a square? It can be scalloped, and it still counts as the mat and layer.
Yeah. If you use our layering dies, they could all be scalloped if you've got the scallop die. But you're just coming in a layer each time.
Got it. I think Justine said, on your right hand side, if the handle blade is upright, if you accidentally moved your hand there, would the blade be exposed? Sorry for being...
The blade, let me show you the blade, Justine. There's your blade on the inside there. Do you see it? Do you want to show
Yeah.
it?
I'll show you. You tell me what I'm showing, and then you can... So there you...
There's your blade, Justine. So your blade is exposed, but when you're cutting, your fingers are quite away from
You're
it.
on the guard.
Yeah, if you show them the gap.
Yeah, I'll show you the guard. I might have to go around the other side, but don't cut my...
Don't cut your fingers now. That would be just...
There we go. There you
not
go. No,
good.
that's the view. See, look. So you've got the plastic guard there, and your fingers are well away.
Yeah.
So like it's just a case of holding the paper card,
Yeah.
the card in place when I've ever used these.
I don't know if there's anything else, Justine.
Yeah,
just to
if
show.
there is anything else, question, or write to me on support@tonic-studios.com, and I'll do my best to get back to you. Justine, as you do, just write me a Facebook message to Crafty Owain, and I'll do my best to answer. Anyone else who has product questions, things like that, either just message direct to us on Facebook, just let us get back to you and help you out that way. And that's pretty much it for today. I think you did mention your win and tonic. I think Sean's going to get the social media up on the screen, so I can go through that. Right, so we got our Instagram, that's got some of our best cards, say from each of the ranges on there. Our Pinterest, all our inspiration for every show goes on the Pinterest, so you'll be able to catch up on there. Facebook, if this is what you're watching on now, or whether you be watching on YouTube instead, like our Facebook page for updates on when we're live, etc. All there. Twitter, let you know when the shows are, so when we're all on the shows. And YouTube, so subscribe to our YouTube channel. This video will be uploaded to YouTube as well. All our videos, all the previous live shows are on there as well. So you can watch back if you want to do a make or looking for something in particular. Like we said, someone wanted to extend that box, the most recent box, the marquee box.
Yeah.
There's a video on there. So it's on the last live show 14. So
any other problems though, just message us.
Yeah, any other problems, just message us. And also message what you'd like to see in future weeks. We had Harvey's Ledge. That's what people wanted to see, say, a few weeks back. People wondering what to do with this, some inspiration. And this looks, versatile to what you can do with that.
Yeah.
I'm hoping to see some people, see what they can create with that. What we got Friday is Tea Time with Tonic, so 4 p.m. on Friday. Send us your cards. I know you've been doing them all week. Some great cards again. We've seen some brilliant ones this week.
Oh, there's some amazing cards.
Me and Alison will go through them, have a bit of a chat, and do a little bit of a, say, mini technique or something there then. And I'll announce this week's competition winner now. So that was the original Simply Screens, and that was Carolyn Oldham. I have seen your name there, so I was glad when you tuned in, because sometimes people don't. Yeah, I still read them out and they don't catch up until later on. But yeah, Carolyn, you've won the original Simply Screens. Just pop me a message, direct message, and I'll get those sent out to you this week as soon as we can. And that's it. One of my long.
There we are.
Finish it off.
And breathe.
Take us out, though.